Big up all those in YouTube land. Links to Jonathan David and Michael Elise snubs us yet again. All that and more in Blues Brothers episode 21. Big up all those in YouTube land. Hope everyone is good and well. Sorry about that. Just quickly adjusting my set here. Hopefully everyone's good. Big up to my co-host, JPT. Big up, brother. What are you saying?
Not much, man. Can't wait to talk about Elise.
What did I
Although,
tell you? What did I tell everybody? What
don't
did
go
I say
back to
from
your
day one?
don't go back to your ex. That's exactly what you said. And actually, let me put a mute on this. I think.
Because I was interested in the Michael Elise thing. I'm gonna ask JPT's thoughts before I give my own. But I said to Deals, don't get your hype around this guy, brother. It doesn't matter who you think you know, what you think you know. This guy, he snubbed us once before, and I'm not being funny. If he could always say no once, he'd always say no again. And he's gonna be. I'll get into that myself in a minute, man. Just quickly, big up Jan. Yo from the coach's corner. Big up Han. Hope you're doing well. Big up. Evening chaps. Just big up the missus. How you doing,
Big up,
baby girl?
Mrs.
Hope you're
Wolfie.
well. And it's 1-0 Colombia, man. 1-0 to the Colombia state. Hey. I was gonna say something else, but it starts with a C.
Go ahead.
The Cocaina state.
Cocaine. It's a cocaine.
Cocaina.
And they're flying high with on that energy right now. But yeah, let's take this. Oh, busy summer. Coming to not even at a full gear right now. I think we're still waiting for the Olympics to kick in. But Euros well underway.
Yeah, Copa America well underway as well. Who won between USA and Canada last night? I didn't even watch it.
USA had an easy win. It's Bolivia 2-0, 3-0. I think it was 2. And then Canada just got destroyed by Argentina. I mean, you kind of figured, of course, they're going to give Argentina the opening day win. They were going to give one to Bolivia, ninth in South America. I think the only team worse off than them is, if it's not Peru, I would take a wild guess and say maybe Paraguay. But I have to check out the standings for that. Anyways, not surprising. If you're a betting man, it's been a great time to gamble for this. Of course, Lady Luck's not always going to be coming to you if you're looking for crazy parlays. But anyway, so that's neither here nor there. But gambling addicts being made this summer, me included.
Well, there's an expression over it says bet 365. It matters more when there's money on it.
Mm-hmm.
Big up Bargav as well. Hope you're good, brother. Hello Wolf, hello GPT. Hope you're well, sir, and you're doing all that good. Hope you had a good start to the week. Kind of. It's been alright. I'm still breathing. You know what I mean? Go. Big up, hello Becca. How you doing? You cool? Hey, how you doing?
That's a first timer for me here.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, Rebecca. Yeah. How you doing? Hopefully your birthday went well, honey, and you had a good one over the weekend. You know what I mean? Hopefully it was all that good stuff. Big up Jaminio as well. Big up in the building. How you doing, brother? Hope you're well. I did send an invitation to Dills and Latimus. We'll see if they join us. But yeah, we might as well get into it. What's your thoughts on the Michael Elise thing?
It sucks.
Lay it down on me.
I mean, it sucks that, of course he snubbed us again. Granted, would we like the talent like that? Yes. I know on last show, Deals mentioned that he's not all that. Oh, thank you, Jaminio. Jam Master J, as I like to call him.
Master J.
Yeah, show the age there a little bit. Big up Miss Melina as well.
Big up Mel in the building as well. Hope you're doing all right.
I did score yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, it was inevitable. I mean, you saw Pulisic, he was cute. He was bound to get a goal. So he had him on a parlay accumulator or whatever. That was easy money.
Please subscribe to Mel as well.
Absolutely.
Please. And Hannah as well. Giving them both a mention because we're all about that love with the content creators. So big up everybody.
Exactly. Bargav, I know Bargav needs to have his channel. If he hasn't already have a channel up, he needs to get one started because the guy.
You know what? He's supposed to be coming on mine a lot more because I'm going to be doing a lot now. Well, hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'll have my schedule a bit more sorted, and we're going to do a lot more fight stuff because he gave me his WhatsApp. So big up, Bargav. I haven't forgotten, mate. It's just over the last couple of weeks I've been trying to get organised with certain things. But yeah, sorry. Oops, I just messed up my hair there. The Elise thing, man. Your thoughts?
Missed out on good talent. I just don't think we were that much of a need for a right winger as opposed to we need a left winger, let alone a striker. I know Nico Jackson is still considered a favorite from the fans to like, oh, if he just works on his conversion rate, if he works on his finishing, he will be a threat. I'm like, yeah, I get it, but we need someone right now that's ready. We can't be waiting anymore. But I'm not surprised. You know, Deals, I know he took that snub a little worse than a lot of us did because he's a big advocate for Elise, and
he had his heart set on it, to be honest.
Yeah, and also too the fact that the ownership said that he is a priority signing, he is needed, and yet we're signing was it the 18-year-old Kellyman from Villa, and then we got
20 million.
20 million, and then now we're looking at a Barcelona youth, Mark Gayu. Who are these players and why are we? So that remember when the ownership around, I think it was around March, April time, the ownership was saying, we're gonna give up on the under 25 model. Nah, I called bullshit on that from the second that they posted that up. It's just gonna be more kids coming. So we just gotta see if Maresca can handle that. I mean, supposedly he's requesting these people. I don't really think a manager in the right mind right now, if he's trying to compete for the Premier League, especially where a lot of people are saying, oh, if Maresca comes in, you know, he has to aim for top 4 because Poch was 6th, close to getting 5th. So this is a requirement, or at minimum, as well as to win the Europa Conference League, which that's gonna cost us more than anything. So, not really excited for this project. So again, that's gonna be just another. Get ready for a transfer window like this. We're gonna miss out on big names. We're gonna miss out on talent that could help us down while we're waiting for youth to come to the door and wait for them for 5-6 years, whatever. And I don't even think just to even get them on the squad, but really just to get them for profit. We're getting this kid for 19 mil, hopefully to some for 30, something like that.
You know what? I chuckled to myself the other day, right? I was saying maybe they should play 50 Cent in the club. But then when I think about it, half the players that play for Chelsea now aren't old enough to get into a club. So it's quite funny, really. And Jaminho and Bargav are quite right. It shows how bad Chelsea are, and that's actually very, very true. Big up, Mel, again. Hope you're doing well, Miss Melina. Don't forget to sub to this lovely lady. She's been doing a lot of watch-alongs. And, you know what I mean? Make sure you give this lady a like and a subscribe, please. Jaminho, more like youth signings and more PR stunts. Yeah, it was the American way, innit? No disrespect to any. It's the American way.
Honestly, we need to change the name from Chelsea Football Club to, like, now on the table, it's just going to say Chelsea U23 because that's the only type of players we're getting at this stage.
And I'm not being funny. To be snubbed by Benjamin Sisko and to be snubbed by Elise in a couple of weeks, it shows that this board haven't quite got the pulling power. So how much of a war chest does Chelsea have? I wish we knew, bro, to be honest. And like we've just said, regardless of how much we've actually got to spend, why are we spending 20 mil on a child again? Mm-hmm. It's just like we've got enough youth to literally, we don't know what we're going to do with half the youth players we got out alone when they come back. So why are we buying more? I don't understand. Like, it's kind of confusing. Big up, Anthony. You're right, Anthony. You're right. Big up.
2-0.
You can't sleep next door having a bit. Oh, okay. I blew my fucking horn in my tractor in a minute. They will shut them up. All right. Well, I'm sorry you can't sleep, bro. That'd be my first condolence. Well, yeah. If they still don't behave themselves after you've tooted your tractor horn, crash the thing through their front room. That'll get their attention. Colombia, man, I've gone 2-0 up, man.
2-0, Jesus.
Fair enough. Right, now I want to quickly have my say on this Elise thing. Now, one thing I have to say, and anyone who's known me and watched my streams and stuff would know that I don't rate Elise.
Mhm.
I didn't want him. I didn't want to go back for him because the only reason why I thought he was flaunting with us last season was to get exactly what he wanted, a new contract at Crystal Palace. And obviously, okay, I understand the idea that we don't want to like breach no financial fair play rules and we do want to spend a lot on a child or a player who's 22. And like, I never really wanted to go back for him in the first place, and I'm kind of glad we didn't get him because and this is a flip, and I want you to hear JPT's opinion on this. Him going to Elise going to Bayern. Think about it. They got who they got?
On the right wing,
They got Coda Klings. What's his name again? The French boy.
Kingsley Coleman.
Kingsley Coman. They got Kingsley Coman, Gnabry, Leroy Sané,
Mm-hmm.
and now they've got Michael Elise. Why don't we go for one of the players that they don't? Because obviously they're going to want to balance it. Why don't we go for Sané? He's an upgrade. He's an upgrade whether he plays left or right, to be honest, because he's more of a winger than what Sterling is.
And he was at City as well, too, wasn't he? Was it also the time? If he was it at the time when Resco was Pep's assistant?
Possibly.
There you go.
Sure, Mr. Simon. I have news. Hello, Donna. How are you? Okay, big up. Elise is good, but mad overrated. I agree with Jaminho on that one, and I have to say, oh, there you go.
Yeah,
probably Muller too. Well, Muller's a bit old, but I'm not being funny. You know, one of them's going to sit there crying about not being played. And I'm not being funny. Wasn't Bayern Munich looking to get rid of Leroy Sané anyway? I reckon we should go and buy him. Why not? He's more of a complete package to what anyone who tried telling me right now that Elise is better than Leroy Sané, you're out of your mind. You're just genuinely.
It's just the flavor of the month, if you will, like the new exciting toy.
Why not? Why wouldn't he come back to the Prem? You're not wanted in Germany.
Where's he getting paid right now over there too?
Yeah, doesn't suit the board's mentality. I agree, but I do believe, like, come on, like we should be able to. What about Kingsley Coman as well? You know what I mean? Like that guy hardly gets a game as it is. Would you agree that Kingsley Coman's an upgrade on Madwiki? You know, Muller is still old but an unbelievable player. I'd take him at Arsenal, one of the most criminally underrated players of our generation. Not if you've watched football, because I'm not being funny. Muller is like how Lampard was to us. He was that goal-scoring midfielder that always popped up when you needed him. So I've always rated Muller to be honest. I remember when he was there with Gomez and Robben and Ribery and all them lot. So yeah, never. Me personally, I hear what Jaminho is saying about consensus of world football, but I've never underrated Muller and Neuer. They're kind of like two of the same ilk, if you want. They just ooze class.
Mm-hmm.
Company might want to keep him still. Yeah, well, I'm not being funny. Even if they do want to keep him, but you can't keep everybody happy. You got 4 supposedly class wingers there. You know, maybe there's an opportunity, maybe there isn't. But I think me and JPT would both agree that that's not this board's style anyway. So maybe I'm just clutching at straws. I need to really being a Chelsea fan recently. And that's another thing. How did Company end up going Bayern Munich after getting Burnley relegated?
Because Bayern got rejected about 5 or 6 times. So they're like, he's available. Why not?
Bro, oh, mate, what's world football come to?
It's really crazy. Don't. I never thought Company would go straight from Burnley to Bayern Munich after being relegated. That's ridiculous.
Well, that is stupid, bro. You couldn't actually make that up. Preseason is only a month away, says Bargav. Yep. The thing about Muller, he's not the best at certain aspects, but in every aspect, he's still a great class. Well, I actually still think his first touch is world class. He can finish. And the thing is, he could, for a guy of his age, he can move and react fast. His reactions are quite quick. So if he wants to quickly like knock a header or a finish, he can do it, man. And he's got a knack of being in the right place at the right time, which is something you can't coach. So, big up to Thomas Muller, man. What a G. Right, but JPT, I want to ask you this, right? With all the rubbish about Elise, right, how many wingers have we got at Chelsea? We've got Madueke, Mudryk. We've got Detro Fofana now, who's back and can play on the wing. We got Sterling.
Mm.
We got Palmer.
Hutchinson.
Amara Hutchinson. Do we really need any more right wingers?
That's what I'm saying. And then are we also? I think we're forgetting a couple. Isn't Matos also one as well? I don't know. Like there's so many young players out of on
Well,
the
Kennedy Perez.
Angelo.
Yeah, Angelo. He's a right winger and a striker.
I don't feel like I'm making up names at this point. These players are like cryptids and whatnot. We haven't even seen David Washington yet, and he's another
18.
youth that we're not even using.
So
why are we still spending more youth? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't get it. Maybe we're just trying to call it a market in youth, isn't it? Don't ask me how. He will, but sadly passed it. Yeah, sorry. No, I just read that one out again. Choupo-Moting, Eric Dyer, and now Vince Kompany have all somehow managed to fall upwards and end up at Bayern Munich. Yeah, I know. That club is done and dusted. Well, obviously not, because they've still got appeal.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like Bargav said.
I was curious to see what Leroy Sané's wages were. This is correct. This is insane, which I wouldn't be touching this until he's out of contract.
Wait, this Willian, is that our Willian or another Willian?
It's Esteval.
Oh, the youngster one. No, there's only one Willian, mate.
That's what I'm saying. That one's Esteval. The Willian is Willian. That's it.
I said a gingerbread man.
He also Jaminho, didn't he also go for De Zerbi as well?
I like that one. You call him a gingerbread man. That's a good one, man. I like that one. You don't want to mess around with a gingerbread man. But back on it. Do you really think we needed another winger, or was this just another PR stunt to get the latest and greatest in hype?
PR stunt.
Because I was saying to Deals earlier, I'm glad we didn't spend, 200 plus K and 60 mil on this guy, because he's a half-season wonder. Mm-hmm. And I'm not being funny. Like, beginning of this, he was injury-prone anyway. And last season, well, he didn't do as good as he did this season. But I'm not being funny. You don't normally see players signed off for half a season. And that's... he's a talented player, but I'm not being funny. Do you think we're missing a step because now we can go for maybe someone like Eze?
That's if Eze doesn't get sued by the likes. I think Tottenham were looking at him, and I think another club were looking at him.
I'm not being funny. Newcastle are a project on the rise, but we're still more appealing than Tottenham. Sorry.
True. I mean, it just depends on what you think he might be best suited or best. I mean, look, he's going to get Europa football opposed to conference if he were to go to Spurs. Granted, do I think they're going to win anything? No, but you get the exposure more. You get to chance to play on a big stage or a bigger stage.
Yeah, deserve it. Yeah, big up, Jimmy. That's true.
It's I don't know what to expect with this ownership, because I'm still trying to figure out why we spent $5 million more on a kid when we could use that same money, save $5 million, and get Grassi from Stuttgart, and have a striker or a left winger, because this guy can play for both. And we're not breaking the bank. We have a veteran up front who can help get Jackson to where he needs to be in a mentor way. Maybe even Mudryk, because Sterling, I don't think Sterling is the mentor leader that.
Well, Sterling still has. I still like Sterling as an inside forward on the left flank, because I'm not being funny. He's shown he can be dangerous there and score goals. We just need to set him up. We just need to get the rest of the team going. Because don't get me wrong, we all know Sterling isn't one of those guys that he's going to beat 20 guys and run 50 yards. But give him a chance in the box, he will score. And Jaminho says Olise was good in Glasner's system. But I'm not being funny. Glasner's system really was 10, 11 games. Then the season's finished. I wonder how good that system's going to be next season when everyone's analysed it. Because I'm not being funny. One thing, you're not going to be a surprise anymore, and you've lost one of your better players. So yeah, that's might have effed their system too. To be fair,
possibly two of their better players if Eze was to go. I think the one player that's in the forwards or there's up front for them that's going to stay is JP Mateta. Other than that, that's it. And that's just because I don't think many clubs are looking at him opposed to the other two players or the wingers.
True. It's going to be one of those ones. It's what's the old saying? It's nip and tuck at the moment. But I wonder though, because there's always some who the stars of the Euros are going to be. Because there's always going to be when the Euros finish, someone wants one of these, someone wants one of those. And it's funny you mentioned the Copa America because I want to get your thoughts on the Jonathan David link that suddenly surfaced over the weekend. What do you think of that?
I'm not excited for it. If we were going to get anyone from Canada, I would really prefer to get Alphonso Davies, but of course he's bound for Real Madrid. Already, if that team could be more perfect, that's how you run a club. That's how you operate a team. David, he's going to be our left winger. Where is he currently playing at right now? Because I'm not
centre forward. He's in France.
In France for where? For Lille or where?
No, he's I think it's for Lille.
I'd be lying to you if I said if I watched League One like that, but
I'm not being funny. Wouldn't he be good competition for Jackson?
Yeah, he doesn't even play left wing. I thought I saw him play left wing for Canada.
Yeah, because he was going from the same club we bought Eden Hazard from, and it happens to be Lille as well, who are part of the Blue Coat group. So why not? Yo, guys. Hope all is good. Big up Andy Bell. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope all is well with you. Deals, big up. How you doing, bro? How you doing? You good? Please, if you're on our feeds, can you smash the likes on there, please? It's all for the algorithm. Please help us. If Eze, Warrington, and Gueye were to leave, then Palace and Glasner are cooked. Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah.
David has been putting up consistent numbers in League One for years, but I'm yet to watch him play for Canada.
It's been a shit show in Canada. That team does not know how to finish, and Qatar showed that, and now Copa America is just emphasizing on that. But if he's doing good in Lille, then I guess it'd be fine. It's just we all know this isn't like our preferred option up front. And we all know that was Victor. But that's no.
Well, we're not going to break the bank for Osherman, bro. We're not going to do that.
Never.
So
150, no, thank you. And I can't believe we're looking at Gyökeres for 100 mil, and then at one point considering Ivan Toney for 80.
No, but hang on. But wasn't there a rumor that Spurs supposedly were going to try and bid 55 mil for an Ivan Toney?
I think that's a better number, 50, 55 for Ivan Toney.
Well, why not? Why not? If we're going to spend 60 million on Elise, can't we spend 55 on Ivan Toney? At the very least, are you giving Cuckoo someone to worry about in terms of going up front against? Because that's half the reason why this Chelsea squad is so crap. They don't have proper competition amongst the players. There's no one there forcing anyone to improve.
Well, one reason why we're not going to go for him is because Toney is over the age of 25, so we already know the ownership is trying to steer away from that.
Isn't it?
And then what else? With Enzo Maresca's style of play, I think Toney suits better for a counter-attack type of style, which I'm not sure if Maresca is set up that way or has his team set up that way. But I didn't watch Leicester at all last season, maybe apart from I didn't watch Leicester at all last season. So, let's see. She's treats him outside, but 84 goals and 83 goals for Lille. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's actually not a bad return.
Well, Well, I'm not being funny. Do you think it's one of those ones because it's one of those ones with the Pro E group? Do you think it's gone from all the options that we want to the convenient options? Is that what this is?
I think so.
Who can we get? Who can we grab in house? Seen a report. Toney been looked at by Chelsea. I would imagine he's one of those players that been. But the only thing I would say in the Ivan Toney thing, with the second half of the season he had last season. And let's be honest, it was crap. It was bad. It was very bad. Is he a risk?
I would say so, but also to see where how Brentford were for that season because they were just in a bit of an injury crisis as well. I think they're missing most of their defense, but Wissa was picking up the slack for Tony. They were
Yeah,
in
he
dire
was.
need of him. At this point, if we're going to offer 55, I wouldn't mind getting Wissa instead. Yeah, Tony, I think he was just another hype person because he hadn't scored a goal. Was it so like Valentine's Day? Was that the last time he scored a goal in the second half of the season?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Tony's record at the second half of last. I swear he only scored like 3-4 goals.
So
It was bad. It was bad.
So that half of February, March, April, and then May. So 3.5 months. I don't remember him scoring another goal since February, but I mean I could be wrong. But and I just remember him seeing on any score sheets from gambling. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yes, it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Tony dropped off massively. Yes, he did, Jaminho. Jaminho says, I remember that Leicester was 17th points clear at the top of the championship last season, and then they barely scraped the title win by the width of the cards. Yeah, I remember that myself. That's one of the reasons why I wasn't good on Mascara. I didn't want him to come. To be honest, like with people like I don't know why we didn't go back for Tuchel. To be honest, just correct the error you made in the first place. You know what I mean? Like it was. Potentially looked at for 100 mil to 55 for the most. Well, yeah, this is the thing. His fall was so bad that in January everyone was talking about, oh, you know what I mean? Like West, like get 100 mil for him, but Brentford know they can't ask 100 mil for him. Not right now. They can't. Like based on what? You know what I mean? Like it's mad. Now you mentioned Victor Osimhen again. There's been certain links with him to Arsenal as well. Now, with a structured deal of about 100 mil. Do you reckon there's any truth in that?
I mean, if it's a structured deal, maybe, but I gotta see who else we're looking at because aren't they still connected to the Sporting Lisbon striker?
I think so.
Gyökeres, and I never pronounced his name right. For what 50 mil?
You don't hear me?
Yeah, we can
hear you.
So I think that's
what
JP.
For. You hear me?
Yeah.
You cool, Deals?
Am I clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're loud and clear, bro. We can hear you. You cool?
Am I clear?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro. You're loud and clear.
Yeah, broski. How are you not doing?
What you saying? Yeah, we're good, man. We're just talking about this bullshit.
JP, how are you doing, bro?
Doing good, man. Just keeping up with the other games that are going on right now. It's tough. Like from 9 a.m. here till 11 p.m. It's just continuous games. It's been fun.
Wait there, my connections.
All right, when you're ready, Deals. When you're ready. Jaminho says the board are too afraid and spineless to bring back Tuchel. That's why they won't bring him back. I agree with Jaminho. You only cut your own face off despite your nose, despite your face. The Gunners signing Sporting Lisbon guy that was at Coventry, apparently. Well, it's any old nowadays. So, like, you know what I mean? Right. Now, I want to ask you about this guy because I've been watching him play for Italy and Atlanta, and I like that. What do you think of Scamacca?
Scamacca?
Yeah, he's 25. Bit of a target, man. He's younger than people like Tony. I think he'd be a good foot because he's a scrapper. We need a scrapper up front, particularly if we play as a lone striker. It's one of those.
I mean, it's not a bad shout, but I mean, didn't he have like a bad time at West Ham, or was it West Ham that he got signed for and just?
Well, yeah, it's West Ham though, bro. Like
it's West Ham, but did he? It just looked like he was not comfortable in the Premier League. Not saying that he's like, not trying to put the narrative like, if you can't make it to the Premier League, just go down to a lower league. No, because Premier League wasn't even all that. I looked like Germany and even Italy had more of a tougher competition at the time. I mean, look how they did in European competition, but it just looked like he just didn't fit in there. Maybe it's just me, but do you have hope in him if he were to be looked at by Chelsea?
Well, I would like him because he's a European champion, bro. And the thing is, you need a guy like that. Someone that's physical, someone that will get amongst two centre-backs, because Jackson isn't really a guy that's going to get amongst two centre-backs and rough them up, and neither is Nkunku when you think about it. Benjamin Sesko might have had the strength to do it if we signed him, or eventually got the strength where he could. but he's more complete. And I think, wait. Wait, it says Skamaka, God no, he's a handful on his day, but too much investment for little return at times. Well, he's just helped someone else win a European trophy. I hear what you're saying, but one thing I will say about it is strikers like him, the physical kind of striker is very different. Because if you look at someone, say, like Lukaku, who can do the physical stuff, but he's just not very good at it. He plays with his back to goal a lot, and he's no good with his back to goal, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
You need someone who knows what they're doing, and we don't have anyone at Chelsea that's very good at playing with their back to goal, and I think that's something we need. Our Deals has returned. Big up.
Is that better? Is that better? Does it sound better?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. Can
Yeah,
you hear
broski.
us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Sweet. So big up. How you doing? You good?
I'm doing all right, bro. I'm doing all right. Obviously, I'm upset about what's going on at Chelsea at the moment. Like themselves. I think obviously what JPT's been saying about the model, it's not changing. I think they put out a lot of lies to us. We don't know the full truth what's going on with our finances. Because we've been told that we have got finances, but then another story that we haven't got finances. So what's the issue? What's the problem? That's what I want to discuss with you lot, because if you look at it, yeah, right now it's showing that we haven't got finances. It's not showing that we got finances, right? Because if you look at it, yeah, why are we struggling in deals? Why are we struggling in a Elise deal? Because if you look at it, yeah, we should have got that wrapped up. Right?
No, should I tell you why that didn't happen?
Go on.
Yeah. The reason we never gave Elise 220 grand plus a week is because the minute we do that with him, Enzo Fernandez is going to come back. Why am I'm a World Cup winner. This guy's nobody. Why am I on 120 a week? Why this guy's on 220? It creates.
I'm gonna argue with this one though. If you look at our wage structure,
big up,
right?
Iris.
You got Wesley Fofana on 200k a week, and he's always in the medical room, right? Elise is not. I hear a lot of people say that Elise is injury prone, right? He's not injury prone. The only bad season he had is this season, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other seasons he had 35 games a season, right? And I'm not lying on that one. Yeah. So here's the thing, right? I feel that we need a winger like Elise, because Elise, what he offers to the table, right, is a player that what we really need right now.
Yeah.
Noni Madueke is not the winger that we were all expecting to deliver on that right hand side. That left hand side has been missing as well because of Sterling and Mudryk, right? They haven't been up to form.
So Deals, would you? So I get what you're saying with Elise. He might not be consistently injured, but he did miss 13 games last season.
Yeah.
Are you saying that you would trust him on the right more than you would trust Palmer?
100%. Because I think they was planning, but unless in conversations they spoke to him, Elise, and told him that he'll be playing interchanging role with Palmer, and he said no. That's another thing. We don't know what all the conversations that they spoke to him about. Maybe he didn't like the idea. Maybe he didn't like the idea of playing interchange with Palmer. Maybe he just wanted to be on that right hand side.
Sorry, Deals. Sorry about that, Andy, but you're talking to the only guy here that didn't want him. So I hear what you're saying, Andy. And both of these guys will tell you that I said from day one.
You didn't win him because I know why you didn't win him. I know all the reasons why.
Yeah, because he snubbed us before to get a new contract, and then he snubbed us again to get more money to go buy it. So yeah,
I'm not being funny. Is he worth them wages? No, because he hasn't proved nothing. He hasn't proved nothing.
Hang on. I asked JPT this, and I'm going to ask you this, right?
Yeah.
You're going into a team with Leroy Sané, Kingsley Coman,
Yeah.
whatever, Gnabry.
Yeah.
And now him. realistically, if Gnabry and Leroy Sané are fit, they both start ahead of him.
You
What's
sure
gonna
about
happen? Yes. Bro, what is Elise a better player than Leroy Sané?
that?
No.
No. He can get there though. He can get there though.
He can
He's got
get
the.
there. Okay,
He's
when he gets there, we'll have this discussion again. Is he a better winger at the moment than
well.
Gnabry?
They're making him a priority because they're selling a winger.
Well, in that case, then I asked JPT this, and I'll ask you: out of the other three I've just mentioned, who would you
Yeah.
take? Is it worth putting? Hey, here we go. Because you just bought Elise, we'll give you 40 mil for Gnabry.
I'm taking Elise over Gnabry, bro, and Sané.
Yeah, but no. Well, Sane, because you can't have Elise. That's the point. You're looking at alternatives now. Wait. He's got top potential, but if we get found out AF he's not good enough and competing against the players Wolf is talking about. Well, this is the thing, Andy. I'm hoping this guy like proves my point and literally goes to Bayern and just holds bench, bro. Because I'm not. That's exactly, and I'm not being funny. They've got, like I've just said to Deals and I said to JPT earlier. If they have got a winger they need to sell, hey man, hey, I'll give you 40 mil for Gnabry. He's twice the winger Wadwiki is, and he's
Why are they
twice the
looking
winger.
at? Why are they looking at Xavi Simmons as well then? Because they're looking at getting Xavi Simmons.
Or maybe it's just the board, isn't it? Because they're trying to like shift out all the old guard. Because don't forget, you got to remember, yeah, in Bayern right now, they're still blaming Tuchel
Yeah,
for the season they had.
yeah.
Because basically, you got to understand the Bayern mentality right now, yeah? They've just been embarrassed by their neighbours. And when I say embarrassed, not only did we go unbeaten, we went unbeaten against you. No one in
So
Europe.
but why did majority of our fans think that we was the favourites for Elise then? Maybe because of Fabrizio, because Fabrizio was saying a lot of things, saying that we
Big
was
up the Blue
favourites.
sister. Come on, man. Fabrizio, every
Rizzo's
agent,
lost it, man.
every agent's gonna talk pants, bro, and everybody transfer guru's gonna say things and get them wrong, bro. I'm not being
Pedro
funny.
is an example too.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not being funny, right? Look how. Okay, and I'm not being funny, right? I'm sure it wasn't. Well, I'm not going to name names, but Fabrice and a couple of others were talking about how close Cisco was to Arsenal, and he went. So yeah, I don't have no faith in agents. Well, I know where to look to get real information. Yeah, but big up Rosie, the Blue Sister is in the building. Hope you're doing well. We are just talking about the bullshit our club's doing. Big up Dimes as well in the building. How you doing well, brother? Yeah, and Xavi Simmons can play there centrally too. Well, so can Elise. I got a feeling Elise's gone there to be more the Muller replacement. So
I disagree. I disagree. I think he's going to be on that right hand side for them.
All right then. So okay, on that basis, then you're going to have Sane definitely get upset because he's there to play. You're definitely going to have Gnabry upset because he's there to play. Do you think
he
it's
will
worth?
Rotate? Company will rotate over there, man.
Bruv, Company ain't no G, bruv. He just got Burnley relegated. What are you gonna do with a Bayern Munich side? Piss off better players. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not being funny. Did you see the way? The thing is, yeah, I don't mind Company's style when it was in the Championship because you don't have to adapt. Same thing what was pointed out about Mascara. I think Jaminho said it earlier when he was in the Championship. Leicester had by far the strongest squad in the Championship. They hardly let go of any players, maybe one or two, but they still had man like Vardy. They still had most of their team intact. So they blitzed the Championship early, but because of their own tactical foolishness, they got pegged back near the end. You know what I mean? Leicester should have breached the Championship. There's no way they should have lost 12 games.
Wolfie and JPT, do you believe that we got money to spend?
Yeah, we do. Because the financial window that we had to adhere to has gone past. We've got a 3-year reset.
Yeah, no. I think we do, yeah. But I think they're putting things out there to believe.
You know what it is, Deals?
Yeah,
you know what it is? They're being overly clever. What they're doing is they're penny pinching. They're doing a tip. Okay, I'm not being disrespectful when I say this, but I've seen a lot of American owners with English clubs, right? They're penny pinching in corners.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing American business that, you know what I mean? That's why we got Enzo in them. Don't get me wrong, as businessmen, they're top notch. Don't ever get it twisted. They'll find corners, they'll exploit gaps, all that kind of jazz. But in terms of a football people, they're shit. That's why me and you can't stand them, bro. And I'm pretty
Yeah,
much
yeah,
pretty much JPT's had his fair
yeah,
share as well.
but are they putting things out there to say we haven't got no money because look at the type of signings we're looking at. If you look at the type of signings that we're looking at, I think we do have money, but we're trying to put things out there to say, look, we don't want to go get the big stars.
Well, I put it this way. You're right, but the thing is, we've still got a lot of big stars at Chelsea that are yet to provide. Because I'm not being funny, Kate. Let's go in-house, for example. We've still not had Nkuku start a match. We've still not had Lavia start a match. Wesley Fofana start a match over the last 2 years. Detro Fofana has never now started a match. I'm not being funny. There's enough in the jumble sale of our club that if someone with an actual footballing brain and a bit of tactical knowledge and a little bit of coaching knows what they're doing, they can get a decent team. And it's not going to be a world beater, of course, but it'll give most the headache because even with Poch's lack of tactics and erratic
we are
playing
missing.
style,
We are missing a proven striker. We are missing because we all thought this would be the summer where we go get a proven striker.
No, everyone was Osherman. That's the difference. With Arsenal, it was Tony.
We're not.
Osherman.
But this is the thing. This is the thing. I was gonna come to you, bro. Like we're not the only team in the Premier League that needs a striker. Arsenal need a striker. You know what I'm saying? Tottenham need a striker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you both a question.
Liverpool need one, I think.
Why is it that we don't go for Ollie Watkins?
It's because of the wage structure, Wolfie, bro. These man don't want to. These man don't want to go. These man don't want to go for big players with big asking for big wages, bro.
They're looking for the next big thing. That's what they're looking for. That's why they were going for the Benjamin Siscos and stuff.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, if you're a businessman, if your current business plan isn't bringing you success, then you have to adapt it. Good businessmen adapt. Now, I was hoping they'd learn quicker, but they'll learn eventually. Because I'm not being funny.
Do you think we get a big signing in this summer window? So I don't think so.
No. You know what I think the problem is? I think they're just taking it slowly because they haven't got rid of all the talent or some of the talent that I want to keep. Because think about it, right? We haven't sold anyone yet.
Yeah. No, we have
Maatsen, didn't we?
Maatsen.
No, that's not happened yet. That's not happened yet.
Yeah,
it's in agreement. It's in the pipeline. It's all waiting to be finalized.
It's done.
That hasn't happened
It's done.
Because
It's done, bro.
think
It's like
about
99% done.
Right, so Lewis Hall's gone. That's 35 mil. Ian Mattison's gone. That's 35 mil. That's 70 mil for a striker.
Yeah, but these men
or four youngsters.
Or 4 youngsters.
Hey, Wolfie.
We just spent 60 mil for a 17-year-old Brazilian.
You know what these men are planning? Yeah, you see Amari Hutchinson. That money that we're getting from Amari Hutchinson, is going straight to another Amari from Aston Villa, the academy player, Amari Kellyman. You heard about him?
Yeah.
We bought him for 20 mil, but his net profit is 1 million. Wolfie.
Yeah, one sec. I'm just sending Andy the link. It's in the chat there, Andy. If you guys want another, send a link, mate. Yeah, well, there you go, if you wish.
JPT, what do you think about that? And Wolfie, we bought a 20 million midfielder called Amari Kellyman, and his net profit is 1 million.
They see it as a profit. That's all they're gonna like. They're looking at profit first. I mean, hence why.
You don't think he plays for Chelsea? He will play for the academy team, innit?
He, if anything, he'll be loaned out somewhere.
You think he gets loaned out? I don't know, man. I think he gets part of the academy team still.
Either way, I'm tired of this board buying players that are not gonna be.
But we got talent at home, JPT and Wolfie, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, but they're gonna
we got Tyreek George. We got flipping Keenan Dyer. Yeah, we got that Rio kid that's coming up.
Big up, Andy.
We got that Rio kid that's coming up, bro. Rio Nagoma. He's coming up, bro. He's meant to be the next bright thing coming out of England.
They're bright, but I'll let you go, Wolf. But let me just say this quick. They're bright. They're promising. But guess what? They're going to be looked at as pure profit. Don't get your hopes up about them being on the first team squad regularly. They're going to be
You sure
sold out
about
to.
that?
Yes, dude. If we're going to get rid of Chalaba, Gallagher without hesitation, then what's going to stop them? I won't be surprised if next season we get rid of James. I'm telling you.
Well, I'm not being funny.
Well,
We're going to have to say.
depends.
No,
That
no, we're
depends
gonna
if
no. It doesn't depend because he's right. Because if any big player at our club, if Chelsea are not competing for anything, they're gonna want out, and Arsenal are gonna have the same problem.
Yeah,
By the way,
Champions League. That's the thing. That if we're not in the Champions League, we're
no,
not gonna.
it's not about the Champions League, bro. It's failure.
All
It's
the
the
main players
failure,
that we
bro.
have, like Palmer, he'd be saying, "What's going on?
Well, that's
What's
it.
going on?"
Failure, because we keep
Yeah,
on failing.
and if you look at the last Nkuku, because Fabrizio said it in this summer. He said it this summer about Nkuku leaving. He said no, Nkuku does not want to leave this summer, right? If we're not in no if we're not in no Champions League next summer, I'm telling you now, he's gonna leave. Him,
Yeah,
Palmer, and a few others will leave.
yeah, but the thing is,
I guarantee
within Cuckoo, you got to shift your weight though, because you can talk that crap about, oh yeah, I want to play this and all that kind of. Play your ball first, like we just said. The guy's never started a match for Chelsea. Get on the pitch, show you're worth 60, whatever, 55, whatever we paid for you.
60.
And I'm not being funny. I like what I see from him. He's been a bit, because I'm not being funny. Because what applies to Nkuku again applies to Lavia, Wesley Fofana, the Donut, Reece James, Ben Chilwell, Badashil, Trevor Chalobah, who actually recovered from his injury kind of well, and then we looked to bounce him out the door, which is amazing. Like Levy Colwell, I don't know what happened to that guy at the back end of the last season because he kind of vanished, even when playing. So you know what I mean, like. Exactly. He just disappeared. Mudryk, we need to give that guy playing time and get him ball.
Bro. But another thing is as well, yeah, we're not looking to try and get because I've had this theory for a while now. Yeah, we're not getting a striker that is going to come in.
Right, the reason why they're getting a backup striker is because the board still plan to make Nkuku our main man. That's why they're not
Jackson.
looking at.
It's Jackson, bro. It's Jackson, bro.
In theory, all three of them were going to start, innit? Because you should be Sterling, Jackson.
Yeah, but they're looking.
Nkuku.
They're looking at bringing Jackson as a number one striker. That's why they want a backup.
Well, he's
which
too
I
young.
don't think is. That's why I don't know. But hear me out. I don't think it's a good idea that we get a striker that's a backup. We need a striker that needs to teach Jackson, because Jackson's finishing is poor. It's poor.
Well, competition.
If we're talking majority of the games that we had this season and all the chances that he's had, right? We would have been winning them games.
Right.
Majority of the chances, if he buried the chances that he had, we would have been winning them games 100%. You're talking about
a lot better chances. Yeah. It wasn't always down to our attack. Look against Arsenal, bro. We're 2-0 up and we just switched off completely at the back. Yeah,
twice. But don't get twisted. Don't get twisted.
It's about attack.
The problem with Jackson is his finishing. He can't finish properly, right? And we know that. But we know that he can bully a defender.
He improved on it though. To be fair to him, second half of last season, he improved.
We know he can bully. We know he can bully a defender because he got past Saliba. He got past Van Dijk. You know what I'm saying? He can bully a defender. Yeah. But the only problem with Van Dijk, Jackson, right, is just that he needs the mentality to learn off somebody that's a proper striker. If we bring in an Osimhen, we bring in a Gyökeres, he's learning from them.
Wait,
you know
hang on. Wait. Hang on. On that note, and I want to ask Andy this first, because bless up, Andy. Thank you for joining us. Right.
Not a problem. Thanks for
on the striker front, we've got two more on the books that have been forgotten about. Because Romelu Lukaku is still on our books.
Yeah, Lukaku's still there, and he's
but I have another theory, right? I'm going to explain to you that about.
And Broja.
I'm going to explain to you about that in a minute, about the theory that I have.
So hang on 1 minute, but let me ask Andy this: do you think either one of them two? Because I'm not being funny. I know Lukaku is kind of looked on and hate, but I think his contract might be like finishing at the end of next season or the season after. Why not just try and use him? Because look on the bright. Because look at this. Let's be realistic. From the Euros, is anyone going to buy him?
Is Lukaku having a mediocre season any worse than Jackson having his first season? That's my
Not
question.
really.
I think Lukaku's
If the rest of your system is working well, and you've got a striker there that can hold the ball up, you will get more out of that Chelsea squad than you will playing Jackson up top. However, I do agree. Look, I'm not a Chelsea fan, so I don't sit much as much as you. I do watch a lot of 90 minutes for Chelsea, though, more than I probably should, according to the wife. And I will say this: you need someone that you can build a play off. Now, whether Lukaku's the answer or not, you'd be an idiot as a new manager not to just sit him in the squad and say, "What do you want to do? Do you want to have your career go the way it's went for the last 3 years, where no one really owns you, not owns you, but no one you're not really contracted or wanted by a club? Or do you want to have one last pop at this dream that he was a Chelsea fan as a kid, so you know he's going to try? We know what he can do with quality service. I mean, that offside the other day was like a midget's fingernail. Sorry, politically correct. It was a maggot's fingernail, wasn't it? It was ridiculous. But if it is, it's offside. It's offside. When you look at Broja, I always thought Broja at the start of the season was your best striker. When you were going through an awful phase, you then chuck Broja in, and you look a little bit more of a side. That tells you what's wrong with Chelsea. You need somebody.
JK Certified said, Wolfie, the reason why we don't use Lukaku is because he come on huge wages. We're going to be paying those wages whether he's there or on loan anyway.
Exactly. Unless you can get him out on loan.
Because even if we go out on loan, we're still obligated to pay a percentage of his wages.
Hear my theory.
I think it was like 50% that we were paying.
Hear my theory, Wolfie, yeah? There's a certain somebody in Napoli, right? In Naples, right?
Antonio Conte.
He just rocked up at Naples. Conte, yeah? He wants Lukaku, right? The only thing I have a theory with, yeah, is that with Osimhen, I feel that we can get Osimhen if we're talking a swap deal, right? Napoli have offered us that deal, but we said no. But we can return at Naples and actually talk to the Naples and actually make a deal happen. I think we can make a deal happen.
Right, okay. I'm not being
How
funny.
How much are they going to want, though?
Wait. Hang on. If you're Antonio Conte, you've just walked into Napoli, you've seen Victor Osimhen, who's at 25, 26, have loads of potential, and you probably sat there and watched Lukaku play the worst he's ever played. Who are you trying to keep?
Well, he wants Lukaku. It's very known that he wants Lukaku from.
He had 2 good years with him at Milan.
Big up, Tyrone.
He's always wanted Lukaku. He's always wanted Lukaku. So we should make a deal happen. It makes sense. Osimhen wants to come to the Premier. Osimhen wants to come to the Premier League, right? The best place for him is Chelsea, 100%.
I think that's a likely deal.
Hang on, Ladimus, big up. How you doing? You are? And big up TT as well, man. I hope you're doing both. Doing good. Give me your appraisal of the Elise, and I'll start off with Ladimus because he's a little bit late. But give me your appraisal of what happened with Elise, bro.
At least now Chelsea fans can stop talking about it.
Really not.
We don't need a right wing anyway. So
yeah,
I was on about deals before.
Me and
Ladimus
were kind of agreed on this one.
I'm not necessarily that. I mean, he's talented, but I'm not necessarily that fussed. We don't need a right winger. We need a left winger. Assuming Sterling goes. So I don't know. It is what it is. Bayern Munich are a bigger club than us. Him going to Bayern over Chelsea, I'm not fussed about. I'll be real.
Fair enough. How about David?
Sorry, mate. I wasn't trying to be arsey there. It was just because we were talking about it 10 minutes ago on the chat and everything.
No, it's all right. You're good, Andy. No worry. No one's upset. What about the David links? What do you think about that, Ladimus?
Oh, good luck.
I don't know how real the Jonathan David link is.
And he says,
but
"Good luck." Sorry.
I don't know how real the Jonathan David link is.
Well,
but
no, it's legit
then
because
it-
it's a legitimate link, and apparently we can get him for 30 to 40 mil because he's part of the Coed Blue Group, isn't it? It's actually having a network of clubs actually pays off in this account, and we've got
Yeah,
good
well-
relations with Lille anyway because of Hazard.
again, like I don't know how real the links are, but I don't think we're going to get him.
No, would he be a player you'd like to see?
I like him. He's good. Steve rates him highly.
He does this.
But he's not the striker I want. I've been saying like for a year now we're gonna get Victor Osimhen. So I think that's the deal that will get done.
Yeah, okay.
Paraguay's just scored, by the way. It's 2-1. Sorry if anyone's
Oh, yeah.
interested.
Oh, big up
Cito
TT.
from Brighton's just scored.
He's
TT's
so
been monetized.
that's a baller right there, man.
Big up.
I thought he was Argentinian.
Hey, Tyra,
Close enough.
TT, when did that happen? When did that happen? Today or yesterday? You got monetized. Big up.
Officially, it happened today. When I woke up this morning, I got an email saying, "Congratulations, you're part of the YouTube partnership program." So,
Nice.
yeah.
Oh, congratulations, man! Hey, 3 cheers for well done, TT, man. You've been monetized. Big up. Well done, brother. Congratulations. Yeah.
Well done.
You're a guy that likes to get in depth and details, right? And if you like TT, he's I like the way he does his analysis. You give me your
Yes,
say,
yes, yes.
your thinking on the Elise thing and the David thing. Give me your takes on it, bro, because you're very in depth when it comes to a player. So you give me your take on it.
I've managed to avoid having to answer that question because obviously I don't go onto panels as much these days. But
and you don't make predictions, do you? Either like you stop making predictions.
Let's forget about that. That's last season's business, not this. Come on, man. That's last season. Last season is
No, man.
past.
Sorry, I felt your pain, bro. Right there, bro. Chelsea, man. Come on. That's the Yammers, no man.
Yeah, but you know, when it comes on to Elise and the fact that he could enjoy the club. I mean, I did tweet this. I don't understand the outrage. I get it. He's a player that perhaps would have potentially added value to the team, would have perhaps added competition. I think Ladimus was the one that was, or Prime was the one that was saying that we don't need a right winger, which I can understand that because we do have players. We do have players that will be coming in. So you don't want to be signing a bunch of players and then you don't know what you're going to do with them because the whole strategy or what people see is the project of you sign these young players then you offload them for profit. You can't keep doing that because you can't always get profits, and when you sign a player like an Estival for the fee that you did, the likelihood of you getting that it's not as likely. I know that the market is more inflated and you can get more money in terms of the value.
It's a big risk. It's a big risk. I hear what you're saying. As an investment, it's a massive risk.
Right. So that is something that it's not the right thing to do, I would say. But Elise not joining the club, I don't think it's bad for the club. I can understand if the reasoning that are being given is the case, then I respect it because you don't want to be throwing your wage structure out the window. I get it. A lot of players are going to demand a certain amount of wage, but exactly. I do believe that the better thing to do is that you give them more of something close to like a 100,000 or something along those lines, and when they prove themselves, then you can have that conversation of okay, you deserve this amount of wage, and I think that's what happened with Cole Palmer. He would have gotten an increase. I don't think it's outrageous, but he got a wage increase to some extent. So
he deserved it, to be honest. He right.
So in that sense, it's important that you don't do that, and I think that's what Chelsea have done in the past. And then when you do that, you have a lot of players, and when they underperform, you're paying them. And I've always said this: footballers have one of the luckiest jobs because it's one of the few jobs that you get paid a handsome amount, even when you're doing a mediocre job at your job. So it's crazy, but that's just the reality. So I think that it's a mixture of both. We're doing something risky in terms of signing a bunch of young players, but we're also doing something that reduces the risk by not giving a high amount of wages, and you keep a more consistent and stable wage bill. So I respect it. I do know that means we're going to miss out on some players that fans want to see. But I mean, I've always said this: Chelsea is not a club where you get the greatest of the greatest. Any in the history of Chelsea, you may have a few, but that's history. You know, a bunch of the players that are the greatest or became the greatest, part of that started at Chelsea, or they had that opportunity and then they go on to other clubs. So it's Chelsea are not a club that they get the quote unquote greatest of the greatest and then that translates on the pitch. They always sign these players that are expected to come in and be the final puzzle or things like that. They never achieve that. So I think it's important to to remember that's Chelsea's history, and we have to accept that that's just reality.
What about David?
David, honestly, I honestly find it difficult to believe that it's true because we've been linked with him for many years. I think we got a link with him when he was just 20 years old, when he was just coming onto the scene, I think.
Yeah.
So I kind of find it kind of difficult to believe because there are always going to be those players that you get linked to, and obviously when you have other clubs. We know how the media works. You're going to be linked with certain certain players that other clubs are interested in, and you don't get them. They go to other clubs, and that happens quite a lot. So I believe that. Well, I think he's a good player. It doesn't leave the door closed for Jackson to have the competition and to be sidelined permanently, but. I don't know. I can't really buy it because we tend to get linked to him almost every transfer window, and nothing ever comes to fruition. So I can't really buy it.
That's why I said I don't believe the links.
Yeah.
And also the profile of that he is.
Yeah.
Wouldn't suit us. We're going to be creating so many chances. We need a striker that can actually score goals. Jonathan David is a forward that creates chances. He's not a trusted, proven goal scorer.
Out goal scorer,
yeah.
He's got a decent goal scoring record. He just will not do the Premier League.
So does Lukaku.
So does Jackson.
No, he does. Lukaku does have a good goal scoring record.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. And I think because Lukaku, everything that
cemented rat away from Chelsea. Keep that cemented rat away from Chelsea. Yeah.
Oh come on, listen, man. Take emotions out of it, and you just have to speak the facts. It's the truth. He does. I mean, what he has done for Belgium as well, you can't
But he's the all-time goal scorer by about 60 goals, isn't it?
Bro, you're not forgetting what he said. You're not forgetting what he said.
No, I'm not forgetting. I'm not forgetting it. But you can't use. You have to be objective. You can't be subjective. You can't say, he's done this. That.
Just like T said.
Like you can be a piece of shit, but if you're getting the job done,
exactly. Because at the end of the day, if you're taking the love out of it and you're taking the love away from the fans, and you've got the business approach, bro, it doesn't matter if this guy said that Chelsea was the biggest stinko that he happened to walk past. And if he's getting paid the wages and he starts to bring you the goals, bro, it's not gonna matter, is it?
Ty.
And the thing is, it's not one of those ones we're talking about, because let's be honest, right? We're not going to loan him out again because the Chelsea board don't want to. And I'm not really being funny. They're still asking 40 million. Who in their right mind right now is going to pay 40 million for Lukaku? What's up, Andy?
Can I just answer that question, Wolfie?
Hold on. Can I just say, we Foley spoke with Lukaku last summer. He tried to keep him. Lukaku said no, he wanted to leave. So regardless, trying to make him stay is pointless now at this point. We tried it last summer.
Well, he's still here, bro, until he's officially. So we're not making him stay. Who's going to buy him? Go on, Andy.
Napoli will buy him. He's going to go Napoli.
Okay, go on.
If you can't agree a deal for Osimhen and Napoli and everything, and we've backed out of this Calvert-Lewin deal and whatnot, I'm telling you now, I would take Lukaku in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Newcastle, we've got a proven goal scorer. We've got that luxury of one of the Premier League teams. You've got Man United after a striker, you've got Tottenham after a striker, you've got Chelsea, Arsenal, and a few others. Mm-hmm. We are one of the ones in the top six.
You want Lukaku, so you bring us Isaac. What's your
I
favorite
I
girl
would have
from-
Lukaku. I would have Lukaku with Isak because Isak can play on the left if you need it. If you need them two to play in the same team, they can. And if you need Lukaku to sit on the bench because he's not 100% match fit, he can come off the bench. He's proved that he's happy to sit on the bench. He did it enough for Roma.
Lukaku would suit. I mean, I don't think he's going to go. He's going Newcastle, but he would suit you guys.
No, what I'm saying is, you said who's going to pay 40 million for him. I'd far rather pay 35 million for him than I would 35 million for Calvert-Lewin.
Well, no, Dominic Calvert. Okay, I'm not being funny. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I'm not sure if it's injuries or what, but he's fallen off a lot over the last couple of
He's
seasons.
not,
weak.
he's not that good. He's not
It's
that
just-
good.
well, there you go.
Keep that guy away from Chelsea. Keep that.
No,
guy
we're just
away.
talking strikers genuinely, deals. We're not talking about bringing any of them
Keep
here.
his handbags
No,
away
that's
from
not
my club, bro.
All right, hang on.
Keep his-
We've touched
that-
on it, and I want to ask you.
Keep that handbag away from my club, man.
Yeah, the handbag. He said.
This is what I'm getting at each week. I don't like him.
Who?
Calvert-Lewin. He's
not good.
mate. He's got one of the best leaps in football.
Mm.
One of the best leaps in football. He's a handful in the box. What other than that? Like when you look at the Ancelotti era, right? Look at all the goals he scored for Ancelotti. What was he doing? He was coming onto the ball, one touch, bang, goal. One touch, bang, goal. That's not a top footballer. That's just a good
That's a
striker.
goal. That's a good goal
Andy, he
scorer.
was never that
Good
good.
goal
He was,
scorer.
he was just a product of Ancelotti ball. He was never that good.
But he had James
Yeah,
Rodriguez
Yeah,
supporting him.
he had.
That was
Ancelotti got the best
Sigurdsson.
out of him. That was all.
Exactly. Ancelotti can get the best out of anybody.
Correct. My argument is Eddie Howe will not accept a player coming into this club and not being fit enough to at least contribute. So if Lukaku, I don't think that we would. What I'm saying is, if I was to take over, which I'm an idiot, and I would take Lukaku, because I know I played in the pool league that long enough to know there's people that fall off the boil. People go, he's finished. He's not. He used to play for England. He's no good. And then 3 years later, they're winning IPA England tournaments again. They probably had things in the family that they put weight on and blah blah blah. 3 years later, they get somewhere that they love. Things happen. Lukaku is quality. We've just seen it in the last couple of weeks. You supply that guy with opportunities, he will score your goals. What you've got to do is isolate them up front, get the ball wide, and get the ball into him. That's it.
Well, I think Lukaku always plays best running off the shoulder, to be honest.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Because the thing is, the problem Chelsea had with him under Tuchel was we were still trying to use a target man, and to be honest,
No, he's not that man.
he's not a target man. That's the thing you got to remember. He's more of an off the
No,
shoulder
that's
guy.
not. That's not. No, Wolfie, that's wrong.
So how
We
did they
had
use
with
him?
him under Tuchel was we didn't create enough chance. We never created enough chances for him.
He was
Because we
least
had
targeted
Havertz and Mount. We
during
never
that
created
time.
enough chances. And then Lukaku got frustrated, and then he spoke out about the system. Which, to be fair, he was right. We weren't creating chances for him.
True.
The system you played under Tuchel, though, you played wing backs, didn't you? So by the time your wing backs got forward, there was 8 people in the box. Lukaku's not going to win them balls.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Everyone will be fine, T, including you. This is my stream. Everyone show me the courtesy of just being humble on here. No one will have a dig at anyone, and everyone is welcome, including you, TT. Don't go nowhere, bro, and don't think no way. Everyone will behave themselves, or I will kick you off. Simple as
Just have
that.
a chat. That's it.
Just having a chat. That's all.
Everyone's friends here. Everyone's friends here. Still, no
Exactly.
Even the dog's going to behave.
Right,
No,
but
she
hang on.
loves-
But let me quickly move on, and I'll go through everyone on this one. Okay, because obviously, if the striker situation is to be believed at Chelsea right now as it stands, then Nkunku looks to be the board's way in terms of this is the guy we're going to have us playing as a 9. I'm going to start with Tyrone, and I'll go across everyone here. How are you feeling about that, TT? You think we can get the best out of Nkunku and we can actually get something out of him, or what? What are you feeling?
This this my response to this would probably be what I would have said last season before he got injured. I don't think we should put our eggs in one basket, and a lot of fans have that optimism that and it's speculation. You never know what could have been. if he didn't get injured, maybe the circumstance would have been different. Maybe we wouldn't have missed the chances that we would have missed, because he quote unquote has that intelligence on how to, in terms of making the right decision, in terms of shooting and all of that. But I would like to hope that he can obviously improve on his study. Obviously, he got injured, so that's not a fault of his. But I would like to hope. But I've always believed that I really don't want to be talking about the history of Chelsea, but I think the best instances where we would have won the league, for example, I'm not saying we're going to win the league next season. That's not a prediction, so I'm going to make that clear. But I think it's best that the goals are spread throughout the team and not rely on one player. And that is one of the reasons why I've always said that don't get a striker who's a traditional striker where the aim is to just get the ball into him, because that becomes predictable. And then that also affects the numbers that other players can get. And then that can be easily translated into saying that, oh, these players are not good enough because they can't score goals. And we've seen that at other clubs, albeit Manchester City, they can get away with it because they do have those players who can score that odd goal from smallest of instances. But it's become a case where they're not the Manchester City that, that the goals are spread evenly. Obviously, this the past season is different.
Because they have threats from all over the pitch, and that's one of City's strengths, like you just said. Because they won the league without a striker. Personally.
Right.
I hear what you're saying. I get your logic.
Right. So Manchester City, they're still the same team because they have those players. Those players are they're veterans. They're well rehearsed, so it's gonna be there. That's the culture that's there. But with a Chelsea, that's never been the case. A lot of the times where Chelsea would have won the league, you'd obviously have that striker who would get you 20 goals or along those lines, and then you have some others who may score around 10 or 11. But I think that helps. I know a lot of fans want their striker to be in the golden boot debate, and they want to be competing with that. But I generally think that for a team that like Chelsea, a club like Chelsea that has always been a team that works with having the goals spread across the team and it's effective, and especially with the profiles that we have, you don't want to be relying on one player, because there's many things.
I hear you, but I've seen Chelsea win the league without a goal scorer as well, because I'm not being funny. In 2004 and 2005, when we won the league, we didn't have anyone score over 14 goals other than Frank Lampard. So I know what you're saying. No, Drogba got 13 goals.
That's what I'm saying. Drogba didn't get over 20 very often.
But the thing
twice,
is, Wolfie,
twice.
the game has evolved over time. So
big
now,
up JK, by the way.
you're big up, bro. But now, adding to your point, as the game has evolved over time, each team and teams nowadays in the Premier League, they're going to need certain things to win the league, and it's risen highly. If you look at the way City have done it, do you know what I'm saying? Players now are getting double digits, not one player, but about 3, 4. You need about 5. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, goals all over the pitch. Yeah, I agree.
That's the thing. So it's not like the 2004.
Well, hang on. Do you think Nkunku could be that guy, JK?
I'm not sure, but because I'm not seeing enough from him. He's been injured. It's the same. If I'm gonna be honest, considering the season we had, you can say it's progression, but at the end of the day, most of these guys have been injured. So
True.
if I am going to guess, you can say yes, but it all depends on what we do really with this manager of Maresca. Do you know what I'm saying? Everything now is too early to judge. And if we get into these predictions as fans, expecting so much, we're already having ourselves angry if we don't. Because, bro, considering the past 2 seasons we've had, we don't know if we're going to progress or regress. Considering we're getting a manager, I'm going to back him, but we're getting a manager who we don't know is not going to do well. Do you know what I'm saying? Things were looking good at the end of the season until we sacked Poch. This is not me saying, Poch.
That is the craziest thing about all of this, because I'm not a Poch fan, but even I knew with him at the helm at the time, at the end of it, it was on the up and up, and you don't kill yourself when you're starting to get momentum.
Exactly.
It's shooting yourself in the foot effectively, and that's why He got European football. He started to get everyone fit. I'm not being funny. I'm not big on Poch as a coach, but he improved Palmer. He improved
I
Jackson.
disagree.
The only thing I liked about Pochettino,
I
That's
disagree.
it.
crashed the board, fam. He crashed the
Wait,
board.
sorry. I'm sorry. Did you just say
Sorry.
Poch improved Cole Palmer?
Well, I'm not being funny. Who gave him creative freedom? Because Pep didn't play him like that, did he?
Give him a
Even-
platform.
Even if you don't credit him with making him technically as good, you can still credit with unleashing him.
But no,
I don't think
that's
there's an argument about improvement in Palmer. I don't think there's an argument against it. I
Well,
honestly don't
being
think.
played more is obviously let him flourish.
Yeah,
Proof-
because you're
proof's in
taking
the
the
pudding.
gamble. You're taking the gamble and putting him in
no.
the team.
There's a
Wait, one
difference
at a time.
between improving a player and improving their game time. That's completely different. There's nothing to say you can prove that if Cole Palmer had played more games, that he would not have been able to do
Now
it.
you're going if buts and maybes. I can only
No,
say in the
but
Poch
you
season,
no,
he
but
may
you
never have
cannot
a
say
20 goal
that.
season again. What if Palmer never has a 20 goal season again? What are you going to say then?
If he doesn't, that's not because Pochettino is not at the club. That happens. It's football. They're human beings.
What? No, you're
People
missing my
drop-
point. I'm not saying Pochettino made him as a player. I'm saying he utilized the player to the best he could. That's what a good coach
He
does.
gave him freedom.
That's
He gave him
coaching, bro.
freedom.
Yeah, he gave
He
him freedom. Like, what? Did Sterling get freedom? Did Jackson get freedom? Just saying. Don't get me
And
wrong. I
also-
appreciate what you're saying. It's not like don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Poch made him improve your right foot, improve your left foot. That's not what I'm saying. But as a coach, you still have to utilize the tools you have.
What
I
I
think
can't
that-
lie.
Brilliant.
I think-
What I
Put him
can
in
say
the
about
firing
Poch-
line.
Wait.
Palmer learned that.
One at a time.
Palmer
cool.
learned that from Man City days. I can't lie. The things that he's been doing, right? He learned that from Pep. He learned that from Pep, bro.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Jake.
Did he
Not
learn
so
it
much-
from Pep or did he learn from the academy? Because Pep doesn't coach the academy.
That's
Maresca
true. He
taught
doesn't.
him. Let's just say Maresca taught
No,
him.
but if you watched him when he was at Man City, you can tell that he was playing exactly the same
JK's
way.
just put a point. It was actually Maresca that taught him. How about that?
That's funny.
Yeah,
Uh,
Maresca.
No.
Maresca
He was
told
a
him.
coach then. When
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's funny because that I mean, so if okay, so you're saying that Pochettino improved him.
No. What I'm saying is there's context to think. Brendan Rodgers was a coach at Chelsea when we were one of our best teams. None of us rate Brendan Rodgers as a coach, but he still contributed to what we done.
Yeah, agreed.
Did you
rate
just say
Rodgers
Brendan
as a
Rodgers?
coach,
Did
but
you
anyway.
say
Yes,
Brendan Rodgers?
when 2004 to 2007,
What?
Brendan Rodgers was one of our
No,
coaches.
that's true. He was a part. You can't.
He
It's
was
in the. It's in the.
part
it's in
of
the-
it, but he
Call me a
wasn't.
liar and I will destroy
No.
you.
He was part of it, yeah. But doesn't mean that he's gonna be doing something. Doesn't mean he
JK's
was
gone.
part of it. Doesn't
He
mean
was
he
part of it.
the
Everyone
fact that he was a
is
part of
part
it
of
means he was a
it.
part of it. What?
Oh, there's JK.
But no. Mourinho done the most.
Sorry
most
about
job
that,
out of
guys.
Can I?
No.
Deals.
No,
But
no,
deals.
Brendan-
The
Look,
fact.
Look,
The fact-
it's the
the
fact
fact-
that he was still
Can
there.
I-
That was the point.
can I
Sorry,
speak?
Jake. Yeah, go on, Latimus.
Yeah. I think you guys are getting away from what Wolfie said. I disagree that we were on the up. And even if
Okay.
you want to say potentially that we are on the up, I'd rather look at a problem and fix it while everything is going well than wait for things to crash and burn and then look at why you crashed and burned. You know what I mean?
Do you know what? I actually agree
Yeah,
with
I
Prime.
I'd rather
Actually-
I'd rather not, like, because for me, my worry was doing what Man United are doing now because they won the FA Cup. They're now keeping Ten Hag. We all know he's going to get sacked mid-season, so it's pointless him staying there. I didn't want the same thing happening with Poch, just for us to
You
sack
know,
him.
that was the
come
point.
November.
You know what, Prime? That was the point I was actually
Um,
gonna make. Due
yeah,
to the fact that we
Yeah, me
don't
too,
see
me too.
I'm speaking.
Although-
Bro.
Yeah,
I'm
go on,
speaking.
go on.
Yeah, so the whole whether or not we're on the up, like, I think it's a pointless point to
No.
make because
I hear what you're saying
deserve to
towards
get
me,
sacked.
but it was better than the beginning.
Wolfie, can I say one point about Maresca? Can I say
No,
one point about
no,
Maresca?
you can't.
Go on,
no,
then
sorry.
JK's going to speak. You think JK's
Why
gonna
can't I?
Wait,
Why can't I?
I'm speaking.
Let
let
Prime
Latimus
finish his
finish.
sentence, Deals.
Latimus hasn't finished yet. Then you can speak. Then JK can speak. then I'm going to ask
Yeah,
JPT as
and
well,
they're
because
also talking
JPT,
about
bless him,
players
he's
that
the
Poch and
co-host and he's gone quiet.
You're also talking about players that Poch improved. Poch hasn't really improved any players. You're talking about playing with freedom, which is all well and good. But as a team, collectively, we were poor for the vast majority of the season. If we're struggling to beat teams like Nottingham Forest and Burnley and Sheffield United, that's on the manager. That's not on, that's on the manager. Why is it that we look good against Man City, but we can't beat the rest of the teams in the league? That's a problem on the manager. I do believe there's a lot of talent in the squad, and it showed. The fact that we finished, sixth, a few points away from top 4. If we were actually coached properly, we could have actually achieved.
Or our
top
squad
4
wasn't as
last season.
badly injured.
Yeah, but
What was
the
the
injuries are
bottom
also
table
down.
from
A lot of the
Christie?
injuries. A lot of the injuries are also down the Poch as well.
His
The
training
training
methods. Yeah.
Yes, which again, when he got sacked, like journalists were releasing basically a dossier of all the reasons why Poch was gone, and they spoke about his injury, his training methods, and how they were injuring players. So I'm happy. I'm so glad he's gone. I'm glad we're not doing what Man United are doing and keeping their manager after he's notably failed. But yeah, that's all I want to say. JP, you speak, bro, because you've been wanting to speak for a minute.
I don't know. I've just been chilling watching the Columbia games. It's been a shit show.
Well, I am, but
Um,
Adamus, before, but I want to ask you both before you, because obviously Deals wants to say his piece, because I heard what JK said about it. I'm going to ask Adamus, do you think Nkuku could be that guy?
Or what guy?
The main man for us is a number 9, because that's apparently what the board are looking to do. They're looking
Here's
to
the
keep Nkuku as the main 9.
Here's the thing with Nkuku. The guy can play anywhere in the forward line, but I don't know where his best position is, because he's not a 10. He's not a striker. He's not really a left or right winger. I think he's a false 9. Or like a second striker in the front 2.
Lukaku?
I don't know. We're not really going to play. We're not really going to play with a false 9 next season. So it'll be interesting to see where he plays. I think he can still be effective. I agree with what Ty was saying, where you need multiple players getting goals and assists in a team. Like, in order to minimum, say, challenge for trophies and be one of the best teams, you need, 3-4 players getting 20 goals. Yeah, getting like 20 to 25, 30 GA a season.
Good stuff. Yeah,
and we're going to need that from Nkuku, from Palmer, from a striker if you buy one, from Jackson. That's 4 players I've just listed there. So
I think Modric also needs to step up as well.
Yeah, he needs to get more games, Modric.
But and also any system Maresca plays where it's about creating a lot of chances, I think we will be fine. And I'm curious, if we don't get a striker, I'm curious to give Jackson the start, because I think he can get 20 goals in the Prem next season. He finished it with 14, 2 away from Saka in his first season. I think he can get 20 goals. Like I really believe in this. I really believe in Jackson. I really believe.
Well, no, fair enough. You got your faith. Right,
ideally, Wolfie. Ideally, what you need is last season Newcastle United had Gordon over 10 goals, Wilson over 15 goals, Isaac over 20 goals. The problem we had last season was defensively. Yous were at the end of the season pretty solid. Okay, you had your moments. Yeah, exactly. You said because your back four was changing every day, wasn't it? You had Chalobah in at the end. Then it was back to Badiashile and Thiago Silva came out. Then he came back in. And the way I look at it is, if we'd had our back four from the season before, and we had the forwards from last season, that's an ideal mix that Chelsea should really be looking at this season. Yous have got Cole Palmer, who you know, regardless of whether he's been coached better now or worse, he's got the ability in a system to get you over 10, 15 goals in open play. I'm not on about his penalties. I'm on about an open play and assists. Jackson's a handful on his day. In my opinion, I don't think he's a striker, but he plays good on the right and he plays good on the left, and you can play him off a striker. The amount of options you got, Modric, if you need to chase the game, the amount of options you guys have got, for me, Nkuku, to get the best out of Nkuku, you've got to have someone with a bit. If you're going to play him as a striker, you've got to have someone with a bit of muscle next to him. If you sign someone like, dare say it, Joe Linton, just off him, can you imagine Joe Linton as a pivot in the midfield and Nkuku just running off him, winning the balls?
I don't rate Joe Linton still. I think he's.
How can you not rate Joe Linton? God, that's blasphemy.
No,
You might be a
the thing
team
is
of
about-
Bakayoko, mate.
you guys, the thing is about Joe
He'd
Linton.
rather have Dennis Wise.
Let Andy land.
Wait, can I just say
What
something?
Andy's saying is spot on, by the way. What Andy's saying is right, though.
1 second,
Like,
JK.
if you can get that's why I said Nkuku would work in the front too. You get the big guy to attract the space, which gives them more freedom. And it worked in preseason last year. Jackson and Nkuku actually worked well together because Jackson was the big foil and Nkuku had more freedom to like score goals. So again, I'm interested. We have all the pieces. Just hopefully Maresca can now put them together and we can start clicking and improving. Because I've been saying this. Once you improve on the pitch, all the problems off the pitch will sort itself out.
Correct.
Go on,
Totally.
JK.
It was a point on Joe Linton, but I think we've shifted from it. No.
No, you can still say your bit, mate. I'll never forget. If
Yeah,
someone wants
the
to say
thing is with
something.
Joe Linton, he will suffer what Enzo Fernandez is struggling right now. We see Enzo Fernandez as the guy to do what you say Joe Linton does. The problem is he's not even a bad player. Both of them are not bad players. The problem is this, because if you saw last season, we had a lot of players that were fast.
Mhm.
Even when you look at the way we play, it required a lot of fast players. And if you're not fast enough when running, it's going to affect you a lot. If I'm gonna be honest with you.
You've seen Joe
Do you
Linton's
know
got
what
no
I'm saying?
pace.
Nah, Joe Linton's not fast enough to be in this team. If I'm gonna be
I'd like to
honest,
see you catch him, mate.
this
He's
is
quicker
the
than he
problem.
looks. Trust us.
Nah, man, I don't think he's that quick. This is why he plays in this. He plays well in this Eddie Howe team, because Eddie Howe team, the way they build up is they start from building slow at the back. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they get pressured, they see to release the ball quickly. You know what I'm saying?
So they play
To be
quickly, but
fair,
he can't keep up a play, but he's got no pace. I don't.
yeah, because
I'm sorry. I don't
play
mean
in
to
possession
be
like that. That's the
disrespectful,
problem.
but look at the Chelsea game when he ran in behind the defence. None of the
Well,
Tottenham
the one
game.
where he
I'm
capitalized
sorry,
on the
but he's not a
mistake.
player that we're missing, bro. He's not a type of player that we're missing, bro.
He's a lot
Personally,
quicker than people give him credit for.
personally,
It's opinions.
we need a player that can actually bang the goals in. That's what we need, bro. We need a striker, a proven striker. Get me Osherman, get me Gokares. One of the two.
Well, that's not going to happen. The Osherman thing's not going to happen now.
The thing is,
that's-
Osimhen, this is what I've been trying to say. Osimhen has already the statement already came out and said Osimhen's not for sale. Do you know what I'm
They
saying?
can't say that.
You sure about that? Because I heard today that Napoli are looking to put down the price today.
The thing is these
It is
sources on
happening.
Twitter.
It is
We can't always believe these ITKs on Twitter. This is the
I'm
thing.
not believing no ITK.
I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying some people in general.
He's generalizing. He's just being general.
I'm not saying you.
Remember that Napoli want Lukaku, bro. I ain't forgetting that, bro. Yeah, there's a deal.
It still has to happen first. I hear what you're saying about the Conte links and
JK. It just came out yesterday. Well, yesterday now that Napoli have dropped their price to 100 mil.
I said that earlier, actually. By the way,
Did you?
Like, they're dropping it.
Osimhen.
Yeah, to 100 mil. Yeah, I said that earlier. By the way, didn't I, JPT? I said that earlier.
Guys, people don't know this about Italian football. They need money. Napoli especially need money. They hired Antonio Conte, and we all know Conte. If you don't give him what he wants, the guy's a bastard. Napoli need money to sign players for Conte. Conte wants Lukaku.
Facts.
Osimhen wants to leave. Everything makes sense. I believe we'll get him by the end of the window. I believe we'll.
Money runs football, and circumstances run what happens with the money. And I agree with. I think it was Brian there that's just said that.
Yeah,
if Conte's got an idea of what he wants, look what he did with Chelsea when he wasn't getting what he was expecting to get. I wouldn't say spat his dummy up, but he said publicly what he thought of the organisation, and look what happened. If he sees,
JK, if you got a channel, mate, put it in the chat.
If he sees a
Nah,
way
I
he
ain't
can
got a
get some
talent.
money and Barsoom and get a good striker and build on the squad, he will.
But the thing is, I don't understand is why are we looking at a younger striker then? Why are we looking at the Spanish guy? What's that all about? Is
Barcelona
that
kid?
I don't believe we are for our main squad. I think what Chelsea have been doing is if any opportunities arise, then sure we might go for it. But like in terms of coming into our first team for the season, it's going to be Victor Osimhen. I don't believe we're going to get anyone else. Truly, I'll put. Well, I'm not a betting man, so I'm not going to put money on
Another
it. But
question, you guys.
I truly believe we'll be in.
Other than Osimhen, do you think there's other loopholes we should fill in to be better?
What do you mean
What do you mean?
loopholes? You mean players or in
As in
terms of
like positions, for example,
yeah, centre back.
the
We need another
fullbacks.
centre back. We
Bring me
need a left back. We need a right
Bring
back.
me Calafiori. Let's send that Calafiori.
So you're willing to sell
Italian.
want the
Chilwell? I'm just
Bologna guy?
asking.
Bring me Italian stallion. Yeah, that's all we need. Yeah, Calafiori.
Italian Stallion scored an own goal.
Wait,
But he's good though. Regardless,
Yeah.
he's good though. He's good.
But
He's
if
Do
we
very
you
can get
good.
reckon we get a new left
Very
back?
good.
Well, who do we buy?
Who did we
That's
just
the
I
sell?
problem.
In the market, I don't think there's many bad left backs. There's Ain't Nori. I think he'll do well here.
Carcass.
I like DeMarco, but I don't think he'll come here.
Left
What
back.
about
Considering he's won the league.
What about Carcass, JK?
I think people need to realize the way we're playing, or the way we'll play under Maresca. We won't need a bombing fullback. We're going to need someone who can tuck in the midfield, and we've got enough. Like Colwell and Badiashile can play left back and tuck in the midfield. So
Well, you man don't trust
That's what
Cucurella.
Cucurella's doing right now.
I trust Cucurella.
Badiashile is an.
I trust
You're
Cucurella.
telling me Badiashile can invert into midfield?
Colwell can.
No,
And-
Colwell ain't doing
and-
that. Colwell ain't
and-
I'm sorry,
Cucurella-
but
Cucurella is an offensive team.
Hold on, Dios,
Hear
let
me
me
out,
finish.
hear me out.
Dios, let me
One
finish,
at a
let me
time.
finish.
One at a time. One at a
Let
time.
me finish those. Cucurella will be first choice, and Colwell can be a backup left back to invert in midfield.
What about Chilwell?
Chilwell can.
Chilwell does not invert at all.
Well,
Chilwell-
I'll be happy for Chilwell to bounce. I'm not even gonna. I don't like
I reckon he
Chilwell.
will. I reckon he will leave.
I
Alright,
hope
Neil.
so.
Man
I don't
United.
rate him.
I want Man United to come in for him. So Man United, listen.
Luke Shaw too, bro.
From when I'm-
Well, they
What I'm
suit the
seeing-
way he plays.
From when I'm seeing Mount chilling with Chilwell, yeah. Listen, make that happen. Man United come in 30 million.
Money makes. Help us out, man.
That would
money
lit-
makes.
It would
Well, you
literally
man,
be, wouldn't it? It
Mason.
would be Man United replacing Luke Shaw with like for like the same as
Yeah,
Newcastle
Chilwell, yeah,
replacing
exactly.
Wilson with Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah.
Do you not think he's have lost a good left back? And I mean, I was starting to question Lewis Hall, but at the end of the season, he started to come good.
The thing is, it's not like Chilwell is
regretted it.
It's not like Chilwell's a bad player. The problem
Can't
is
defend.
that is that, and he's not an inverted fullback at all. He's never he's not acting as that third man in midfield.
No. Chilwell is a bad player. He can't defend and he can't attack.
Right. The only
He's not
time
good.
Chilwell looked good. The only time Chilwell looked good is when Rudiger was standing behind him and had the pace to cover the space that he left.
Yeah.
Fact.
If not,
That's
then
a
I think
fact.
Kanté was also on that same
That's
side.
a fact. Yeah, because don't forget, Rudiger was the athletic one on the left-hand side. So whenever he used to push up and pull in the space behind Chilwell, a lot of people forget that. And we haven't had a quick defender like Rudiger since he's left.
He's a wing back, isn't he? He's not a left back. He's a wing back.
He's a wing back, exactly. He
nothing.
likes to play in the back three. Yeah, he's a nothing. Yeah, exactly. Like what Latimer said, he's a nobody. He's a rat. His whole family's a rat.
Listen, like the
Careful, you're
Leicester
gonna
fans
rattle
told
some
me,
Chelsea fans.
the Leicester fans were telling me though, before we got Wesley Fofana and Ben Chilwell, yeah, they told me don't get them because they're injury prone. And look what's happening.
I thought Chilwell didn't become injury prone until he had like that knee injury. What was it?
Chilwell-
Everything game.
Wait.
Chilwell's
I
had injuries at Leicester. as
wait.
well,
I
you know.
thought Wesley.
Yes,
I thought Wesley Fofana being injury prone was just a rumor. You know.
If I'm gonna
It's
be
just
honest,
it's just a life, a way of life for him.
You know what I mean? Like, man, injury table, Wesley Fofana.
He had an ACL at Leicester, innit? He was in
Well,
hospital.
yeah, ACL, YMCA, HBC,
but let's be
NCC.
honest. Wesley Fofana's injury at Leicester was horrible. I don't know if you saw it, but he bent his knee all the way
Yeah,
back.
I remember.
And that was his only injury. Yeah, he bent his knee all the way
But that
back.
might have been an injury.
And I set him
injury
out for
he
the
never
whole
recovered
season.
from.
That's what
And
people
ever
were
since
surprised
then-
at.
Well, the
And
thing
ever
is, once
since
you get an
then,
injury
it
like
had
that,
an effect on him on the way he's played. And look, you know what I'm saying? So, to be fair, if you saw that, I watched the game. It was a Conference League game, I think. He bent his knee all the way back. It was disgusting.
yeah, it was.
So that's why I've not really laughed at Fofana, really.
The thing is, I'm not really laughing at any of them because realistically, all of them, or a lot of them, or a fair share of them, this is the problem we've all had as Chelsea fans, have
Our
had
medical room is
horrific
poor,
injuries,
though.
bruv.
Our
At the
med-
beginning of the season, we had 7 players out, long-term injuries.
Our
Reece
medical room,
James, Chilwell, Wesley
our medical
Fofana.
room is shit, though. I'll be real. Our medical room is shit.
Yeah, well, the
That's
thing is, that
another
don't
thing.
help. Like,
That's
even if our
another
medical
thing.
wins shit, that don't help. Like you say, with the coach injuring the players more with his extreme training.
And what also doesn't help is the coaching methods from Poch as well. That's the biggest problem.
Exactly. That's what we said. Like, he pounds their bodies, and their bodies are fragile anyway.
What was the fitness test they kept giving them? Like it was
The
just
gag contest.
It was.
there you
The
go.
guy
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot
the
of people
Gengar
said that
test,
Lavia.
exactly.
A lot of people
What's that?
saying that Lavia was injury prone. Yeah, I don't think Lavia is injury
No,
prone.
no, no. Let me tell you this. To be honest, the players that we bought in this season, they were not that injury prone. The thing is this: even the players that have not played, we're still hearing that they've been injured somehow. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
I don't know if you realized Sterling got an injury and he didn't even play. You know what I'm saying? There was
Do you know,
more.
JK? Do you
Cucurella
know
got
why?
injured and he
JK,
didn't
do you
even
know
play
why? JK, do you know
because
why?
of the training method. It was the manager's training method.
What Poch would do, he would do double. If you were coming back from injury, he would do double training sessions for those players.
Exactly.
He's running them into. I'm so glad he's gone. I'm so happy he's gone, man. I'm looking at Man United
Exactly.
right now. I'm looking at how
Exactly.
their fan base is in meltdown. I'm so happy it's not us because we
Prime,
would not be able
exactly.
to handle that.
And
So,
this is why it's all well and good when people say these players are injury prone. It's not that. The fact is this. Nkunku, people are trying to make Nkunku's injury prone, but he's only ever had one injury at Leipzig. That was it before he joined Chelsea. But he's made out to be injury prone. The thing is this. It's not really that they're injury prone, it's the training method. I keep trying to explain it to some Chelsea fans on Twitter and everything, but they don't want the always the
Only
medical,
real
the
ones
medical,
here,
the
mate.
medical. The
We all
medical
know
staff can
this.
only
Don't worry.
yeah, the medical staff can only do too much. That's in my eyes. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because there's no way if it's really the medical staff's fault, you really need to think of this logically.
Just to play
Are the
devil's
doctors that
advocate as
bad?
well.
Are the
Hang
doctors
on,
that
Andy.
bad in their qualification to become doctors that Chelsea will hire them? You have to look, because I'm sorry, there's no way a doctor can look at a broken bone and say, "Oh, he's good to play." Oh, he's
no, but
Reece
JK,
James
that's
thing.
not how it works. No, but JK, that's not how it works.
exactly. I know.
The medical staff can say what they want. They can say, "Oh, he's not fit to play yet. He still needs another 2 weeks." You, as the manager, you have the final say.
Exactly. He has the final say. So if Poch is saying, you know what, he's good to play, let him come and have a training method that can make him a bit his match sharpness better. Do you know what I'm saying? And he does this stupid test. I don't know what they call
Bleep test.
it. The
Yeah,
bleep test or
this is
the bleep test or something. And then we
what I was
hear
going to say
again.
about playing devil's advocate. Some of the players are not used to the demand.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
fair, yeah.
That as well.
What's your thoughts on Nico Williams?
What about Nico Williams?
Do you think it's true? Do you think it's true that we're not looking to go after him because of the wages?
Do we need him?
Yes, we do. Hold
It's
on.
the price
Yes, we
tag
do.
though as well.
Yes,
Because there's
we do.
another 60 million.
That we actually need a left winger. We don't
We do
need a
need
right
left
winger,
winger,
which is
yeah.
why I was never that. I didn't care about the Olise deal. Getting someone like a Nico Williams, the left hand side, someone who can actually beat his man 1v1, I would take that. But
He was cooking in the first game of Spain.
That's provided. Hold on, Dils. That's provided that we can actually get rid of Sterling for one.
Get those wages
So-
off.
But at the same time, I
get
want to
rid of
be
Sterling
careful with
and-
those sort of signings. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Unproven.
People are saying the same thing with Rafael Leao, but look how far down he's fallen. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was a great hat 2
Euros, he
seasons
looks
ago.
horrendous.
Yeah, he does. He looks bad for
Not only Leao looks horrendous in the Euros, Kvaratskhelia looks.
Oh, he looked great in the first game, Leao. Sorry, he got took off and he was brilliant in the first half.
Well, he was
brilliant
poor
in
the
the
other
first
day
game.
though.
Yeah, he was
poor.
poor, yeah.
Against Turkey, he was terrible.
Kvaratskhelia was poor as well, bro.
Gabriel
He was
Scalia
good
plays
for
for
me.
If you
Georgia.
want to talk about poor players, look at half of England. Like, you know what I
Foden
mean?
looks like
They
shit
were
too right now,
shocking the other day.
You're being kind there, Hoff.
Free Palmer. That's what I'm saying.
At this
Free
point,
Palmer.
keep Palmer on the bench, keep him healthy. That's it.
I disagree with you, Wolfie. I don't think England were that bad.
Sorry?
Fucking hell, did you watch it?
I didn't expect. I don't expect much.
Did you watch it? Did you watch it,
I did.
Animals?
No, of course I always watch England. I don't expect
You
much
know,
from
it was
England.
awful.
And Andy, I never expect much from England. So when you guys do anything, you know,
Would you guys take Anthony Gordon?
yes,
You've got
I
to
want
put him on the
him.
left-hand side. Thank you, Safe. See, JK.
Well, can I just say one thing about it is because he was their second best player next to Isaac.
No, but can we just play with best fucking players in the right positions? I'm going to ask you a question every bear on this panel, right? Bellingham has been a brilliant introduction to Real Madrid, right? He's been playing as a false 9, and he's also played on the left for Real Madrid. He's even spoke
Ancelotti to
about.
Southgate. I already know what you're going to say. It's
No. That's not what I'm going to say. That's not what I'm going to say. He's also admitted that he plays positionally a lot on the left and then drifts in, right? They've just signed Kylian Mbappe, which means that they're going to have Vinicius Jr., Kylian Mbappe, and Rodrigo on as the front three. Do you honestly think he's going to be playing as far forward as he will in the future? He started off at England as an 8. Just fucking play him as an 8 and let Foden play as a 10. Put Gordon on the left, Foden in the middle as a 10. I would drop Saka. I'm sorry, I'm a big fan of Saka. I would just go for it the last game with Drew. Let's just have a look. Put Cole Palmer on the right-hand side, Kane up top. And you know what is actually? I'll drop fucking Kane and play Hawkins because he's as immobile as my grandma and she's dead. So
the only thing has probably more teeth. But
honestly, mate, if anyone says to me again about fucking getting Bellingham in that 10th position, I'm going to scream because he will not be playing in that position for Real Madrid.
Andy, it's interesting because I remember when we were talking about before the Euros were starting, I said, what if we put Bellingham next to Rice instead of the 10? But you were disagreeing with me on that because you were saying, no, he has to be at the 10. I said, no, have him be next to Rice. If he wants to push forward, have him do that. Have Stones cover it, play an inverted center back. But, yeah, and then have 10 Palmer if you want. And then Saka on the right if you want the speed. But at this point, too,
I was wrong then, JP. I was wrong.
And then, how do you think Foden? What's wrong with Foden right now at the Euros? Because he's been looking awful. Is it
to be in the middle? He had a couple of moments in the second game when Foden runs through.
He's playing Foden in the wrong way.
No, you guys
and
need to
Trent as
understand.
well. Why the hell is Trent getting minutes?
Let's be honest, guys. You need to understand that the players are good enough to win the Euros for England. It's the manager.
It's the manager that's a problem.
No. It's the manager. It's the manager. The manager.
I disagree. I think it's both. People can talk all they want about Southgate. A lot of these
How can
England
you say?
players.
No, but how can you say Foden is not a good enough player to win a trophy? So you're telling me Jude Bellingham is not. But this is what you're implying.
One at a time. 1 second, Animus.
The thing is this. The style of play.
Wait, Animus, 1 second.
There will not be there. To be fair to them, there will not be there.
That the England team is a combination of players that suit certain different systems. Foden plays under a system. Yeah, you can say he's highly positional, but he also is allowed a free roam in under Pep's system, which is why he's allowed to get goals and does what he does. Bellingham, you can say the same, but he's more preferred to be in the attacking area in the box when you see him at Real Madrid. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and he's getting told to play deep. Whereas Harry Kane is told, where Harry Kane is playing deep, you don't understand the style of play. Trent has never played as a midfielder ever for Liverpool. Ever. Number 8. Never, ever. His strength is being out wide. His strength is being out wide. Do you know what I'm saying? Coming from that position to create, whip across into the box or something like that. And he's being told to play the Rodri role. So you tell me, this is definitely the manager's fault. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can I speak now?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
on,
go on.
Animus.
It's not just the manager that's a problem. A lot of these England players are not as good as you guys make them out to be. A lot
I
of them
haven't
are
made any of them out to be
overhyped.
good.
I'm not talking about you, Wolfie. They're overhyped, overrated, and like I just don't think you guys are. You guys shouldn't be. Like I haven't predicted you guys to win this year. I have you guys going out in the quarterfinals. I don't think you guys are good enough.
I
Everyone
agree.
types about everyone. I look at the problems England have, and as much as Southgate is a problem, eventually he will go. You'll get another manager, and you still won't be able to get over the line and win anything. You don't have big game players that step up when needed to. Harry Kane is your striker, doesn't turn up in big games. It's known he doesn't turn up in big games. Jude Bellingham cannot conduct and control a midfield.
Wolfie.
Trent shouldn't be playing.
Yo,
Hold on.
I'm gonna
Trent
leave, bro. I'm
shouldn't
gonna
be
leave, bro.
playing.
right, well, hang on, because we're all gonna wrap
Not
up.
to interrupt you there, Prime. I agree with everything you just said there. I think that the thing with what England fans are frustrated with is we know that we're vulnerable at the back. We've got no left back really. Trippier's not a left back. Sorry, Chelsea Sessions rather. It's the fact that Harry Kane said in his interview, once they went to a back three, we didn't know what we were doing, pressing. Like, what have you been doing for the last 2 weeks?
Bro,
Have you not prepared for this?
no, but Andy, I haven't talked about the defense though. Everyone I've listed has been your attackers. Kane's your striker.
No, you
and
were
he doesn't
saying
turn
that
up.
attackers will build them up,
No,
but you've got the best player in the Premier League. Sorry to interrupt me. Best player in the Premier League, the best player in La Liga, and the best player in the German league. Then you've got Cole Palmer, who scored 46 goal involvements in whatever many games. There's goals in that side. You should be just going play. If we get beat, we get beat. But we're playing with the fucking handbrake on.
But is it not? Yeah, but isn't that not also on the players to turn up? You guys played Serbia and Denmark. I'm sorry, but like, I don't need a tactical genius to beat Serbia and Denmark. I need.
If it's Syria's a good side.
Serbia are a good side, but what I need is Kane, Foden, Saka,
Kane,
Bellingham to turn up. I need your players to, and they don't turn up consistently. That's why you guys can get beaten by Iceland. That's why you guys got knocked out by France in the quarterfinals of the World Cup. France were not good that day.
But you said the team. I don't think most of the team that played against Iceland weren't playing in the Euro. Like I think Watkins was playing, not Kane. Was he? I don't remember.
No, but I'm making the point like this continuously happens. And the thing is, Southgate can go. You'll get another manager. Like you're linked with Graham Potter and Poch.
Mourinho,
Those two, what will they do?
Mourinho.
They should have got Mourinho before he went for the
England fans won't accept. England fans and the FA will not accept Mourinho. England will not allow Mourinho to be. England will not allow Mourinho to be Mourinho.
He's not a yes man. I totally agree with him.
They're gonna go for Tuchel if they would.
They wouldn't. Tuchel would not touch the England job, nor would Jose.
Yeah, they're smart.
I don't mean to be politically correct or anything, but a German manager in an English side would not go well.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't.
No,
It's just
wait. You had Sven though. You had Sven. Oh well.
Swedish is fine, especially when they're shagging all the blondes they want. That's brilliant.
Yeah, but Andy, you and I both know no elite manager will take the England job.
No, they wouldn't, because it could. If you're on an upward trajectory, it's gonna either fuck your career or it's gonna end your career. Because I mean, let's say Eddie Howe's apparently reported to be FA's favourite. Now, would I begrudge Eddie Howe taking the England job? No, I wouldn't. Do I think he would? No, I don't, because I think he's the type that needs to be on the pitch every day. But what's he got to gain from that? You're in a club that's a project with the richest owners in the world, etc., etc. Why take the England job now? Take it later on. Get someone like, as been mentioned, I'd go for. I wouldn't go for Potter. Do you know what it is? I think they'll go for David Moyes.
David, he's Scottish. He wouldn't take the job.
No, he would. Don't you worry. The notes on the end of his chest.
What about the Derby for England? What about the Derby for England? Because he's not a job yet.
I hope they don't. I just got a funny feeling they will.
No, De Zerbi has a job. He's going to Marseille, I think.
Even though I'm not an England.
I tried. He did go to Marseille, or he is.
No, but no, you guys. And that's the thing.
Steve Cooper.
Bro,
The thing
like,
is
and Andy,
this.
this is why I say England, like, they're not a big nation. Look at the managers you're being linked to.
Yeah,
Potter,
Correct, because the
like,
pressure with it, it's just
yeah,
ridiculous.
but look at Brazil. They want Ancelotti. France, they want Zidane. That's the
Yeah.
level. That's
Yeah,
the
look at
level.
the quality they're eyeing, the coaches. Yeah, I get what Latimus is saying.
I think that what you need to realize is that the Football Association in England, they're not going to accept anyone that's not really English. So this David Moyes, all you have to forget about it. It's going to be someone with an England passport. Eddie Howe,
Lampard, yeah.
yeah, Lampard, any of them. But what
Sounds
you
like a
also
Steven
need to
Gerrard.
but it also gets you down to reality. In the past, in football, there's not many good English managers. It just shows you.
No, you're right.
That's true.
It's true.
That's
You
true.
are bang
So
on.
which is why,
If you're thinking top level manager, you're not thinking an English one. Put it that way.
as
I'd go
Prime
Glenn
said,
Hoddle.
exactly as
And
Prime
he's
said,
that's generation gone.
look at the options France can get if they were to sack their manager. Zidane, we're talking Zidane. Spain, they can get Pep Guardiola. Do you know what I'm saying? If they
And
want to, Portugal,
And
they
look
could
at,
have got
and who's
Jose.
England's
But they
best?
normally
And
manage their
you
own
know I
side,
rate,
so
Andy,
don't they?
you
They
know I
normally go
know,
to their own country.
Andy,
Yeah,
Andy, you know how much I rate Eddie Howe, right? You know how much
Yeah.
I rate Eddie Howe. But if Eddie Howe is England's best manager, then you're in big trouble as
you're
a
in
nation.
trouble.
Eddie
exactly.
Howe is your best
I
manager.
think you are exactly. I agree.
Right. Listen.
It's
So
like
it's
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 high
a come
risk.
to an understanding. So it's a bit of an understanding that you need to accept that English managers, they're not good, and also yes, the football has been invented in England, but we're also not the best at it, as history says. You know what I'm saying?
I'd
It's
go
always
Glenn
been
Hoddle
Brazil.
personally.
It's always been
He was a
Brazil. It's
top
always
player,
been Germany winning the
and he
World
won stuff.
Cup for a reason.
Best English manager of Brian Clough.
Yep. And England lost. They literally, I don't know, but and England lost their own final in their own turf, the Euro 2020. So it just
Yeah.
shows you a
Didn't
lot
fucking mention it. Thanks.
about
Well,
English football in
it's all
general.
right. In Germany, we for Chelsea in 2012, we beat the
Wouldn't
biggest
that
team
be
in
the?
Germany in their own stadium to win the European
Wouldn't
Cup.
that be the
Yeah.
ultimate? I mean, we're never going to say it. Oh, well, let's be honest. But wouldn't that be the ultimate stick up their fucking arse for the Germans if we, even if we
Yeah,
didn't
I
meet
know
them in
what
the
you're gonna say.
final, if we beat them in the? But I thought, do you know what it is? I'd rather play the Germans in the second round and get beat, if it means that the long-term future of this side is solidified, because you could beat Germany. Germany are looking good on the eye. I don't think they're going to win the tournament. I think it's going to be Spain or France.
In France.
And later on, look at it and go, oh, right, okay, we're going to get a Portugal. I guarantee he'll do exactly the same as what he did in the first game. We'll just sit and play the game that we have, because I think he'll go aggressive tomorrow. Because what's the point in taking players if you're not going to play them? He's got an option tomorrow. We're through, more or less. Whatever happens tomorrow, we're through. Okay, it means a difficult draw if we don't get a good result. Put Gordon on, put Watkins on, put Cole Palmer on, play Foden in his proper position. But as everyone has said on this,
It's hit and
it's not
miss.
going to
It's
happen,
hit and miss.
because
It's hit.
Southgate would pull out if he was shagging a pregnant woman because it wouldn't be safe.
All right.
Is that?
Wait.
Oh,
Sorry, it's a
goodness.
bad analogy. It's a bad analogy, but
Okay, look,
you know
I'm
where I'm
gonna
getting
stop
at.
it there. I'm gonna stop it there because it's 1:30 in the morning and I've still got things to do and I need to hit the go. So on that note, we're gonna.
It was a bad analogy.
Yeah, it's
Apologies.
cool. It's cool. We're gonna leave the England conversation there, all right? Because it's 1:30 and I need to get going.
Sorry, guys. You know
It's
what I
alright.
meant.
Well, obviously, subbed to my partner in crime here, JPT, keeping it real. Chelsea subbed up to the main man down there, the man in the middle. Obviously, Latimus Prime. Obviously, subbed to the
I hope
recently
that's what you said,
monetized Tyrone. Big up to him as well. And big up to the lady, the blue sister in the chat, the one that's always bigging up and saying, like and subscribe. Big up to Rosie as well, because we are going to regulate. JK, brilliant to have you on my channel for the first time. It's been a nice debate. Everyone's been calm. Everyone's been cool. Andy as well, partner in crime as well. Always welcome. I've always got time for him as well. Lovely guy. Obviously, catch him on Newcastle United. Was it FC Talks?
It's Newcastle Talks TV. If
That's it,
if anyone's interested
Oh,
in
no,
just
Andy,
general,
Andy's a
Newcastle,
Newcastle
they
fan.
don't just talk about Newcastle.
No,
Oh,
Ali,
Andy.
Ali's
Oh,
cool,
okay.
man. He's a
Yeah,
serious
Andy.
Newcastle fan.
I got some questions really. You know what's happening with Bruno Guimaraes or?
Wait, I just said I'm ending the stream and you want to start. Nah, mate.
No, no.
You catch him next time,
Go on,
Just a
bro.
little
overrule him.
curiosity.
Overrule him. Go on.
No. If you want to carry on talking, let me end the stream.
No,
You can go
oh yeah,
backstage and
it's
you're
not
gonna
gonna
ask
be.
questions.
Okay, cool.
Then
Alright, go on, end the
I
stream.
said I need to go because I got fear. Oh yeah, Bruno, I've got loads of questions about Newcastle. Huh? No, but
I think I upset him with the pulling out comment.
Oh, shut the hell up! You acted like it's not 1:30, and I've got work tomorrow. YouTube's a hobby. It's not my way
Yeah,
of
I go
life
work
yet.
tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
What time do you start work?
Me a bit later.
All right. Well, I start work regular time, unfortunately. But yeah, if you guys, JK, another time, because I'm not being funny, I'm gonna be. I think Donna asked. I didn't do it this weekend. I will be doing a Wolf Whispers on Wednesday. So if
We
you
can
guys
talk
wanna-
backstage, yes.
Yeah. And if you want to talk more live, then. But
I'll
yeah,
probably
you
start
can.
working about an hour when me little one's going to start screaming.
All right. But anyway, big up to everyone. I hope you're all cool. Thank you for everyone subscribing and tuning in. Smash likes and subscribes on everybody else. Yeah, Donna did ask. Yeah, I know. That's the funny thing. JK's disappeared again. I don't. Okay. Never mind. But anyway, big up to him for jumping on. Big up to obviously Deals, who's there as well. You know, Tyrone, Prime, Andy, JPT. Big up all. It was a bit busier stream than I thought we were going to have. Oh, there you go. Big up. Thanks, Rosie. Big up to the missus. There you
Sorry,
go.
you had to hear that, Rosie.
The missus is watching. Hey, Wolfie, let me whisper in your ear. Talk about some people want to hear. Okay, thank you, DJ. Great. Everyone, big up, stay safe, and we are out of here. Peace.
All right, guys.
Take care.